Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Abhay, and in this video we are going to create a very simple application called some sort of pizza bill generator. So before we start our video, one thing I want to add that more than 96% of you guys haven't subscribed. So just please do it. It helps a lot. So yeah, back to the video. Now there is the application that we have to create. So let's just see the problem statement. Also, I have divided this video in three parts: the problem statement, the proposed solution design, and then the coding part. And in the description down below you have the timestamp, so if you want to skip to any part you can do it. So let's see what is the problem statement and what we are trying to create. So there is a pizza store, a restaurant that makes pizza, a great one I might add. So that restaurant have two types of pizza. The first kind of pizza is the normal pizza. You can add like the base a variant of any pizza. And then the other kind of pizza that the restaurant have is the deluxe one. We call it deluxe pizza, let's say. Now what this base one first of all have two variant. One is veg and the other one is non-veg, and then it have a fixed base price for veg and non-veg. So let's say for veg the price is 300, and for non-veg let's say the price is 400. Okay, this is the price of the base pizza, and there are few add-ons that you can do on this pizza. So the first add-on that we have here is add you can add extra cheese. So add extra cheese. It is one of the add-ons and it costs you 100 rupees. So if you opt to add extra cheese in your pizza, then you have to pay 100 rupees extra. And then the other add-on is you can add some extra topping. So extra toppings, this is other add-ons that you can have. Again, it costs 100 rupees. And then there is one feature of takeaway or dine in. So if you opt to take away, then you have to give 20 rupees for the backpack essentially. Again, this is very normal. If you want to take away, then you have to pay for the backpack, which costs you around 20 rupees. Now what you have to do is you have to give the freedom to the user that you can order a pizza and then you can add few add-ons if you want to, extra toppings, cheese, or you either want to take away or dine in. You choose whatever you want and then you run the application, then you get the bill of that particular pizza. Right, this is the motto of this application. And then there is we have deluxe pizza. So first of all, deluxe pizza also have the variant of non-veg, and we have veg here. So if anyone goes for the deluxe pizza, then we don't have any options for the add-ons. Deluxe pizza already have the extra cheese and extra toppings. You don't have to like order for extra cheese and toppings. If you are ordering a deluxe pizza, then these two are by default present in that. And what you option have here is you again have the option for either take away or dine in. So if you choose to take away, then 20 rupees extra charge, otherwise no. So this is the application that we want to create. This is the problem statement. Now let's see how we are going to let's see the proposed solution design for this problem, which is very straightforward. Now first of all, what we'll do, we'll create a class of pizza, right? So there is a class of pizza which have some fixed price, and in the constructor it have that you want it to be veg or non-veg. And don't worry about anything, we'll go through step by step as we go to the coding part. Now it will have a constructor which will see if it is veg or non-veg. This is some sort of how constructor we have. And then we have a method called add extra cheese. This is one of the method which will increase the total price of our pizza. And then we have another method called add extra toppings, so which will again adds up the total amount of the pizza. And then we have another method called add takeaway, which will again increase the price of the pizza by 20 rupees. So this will be the thing of the pizza. And then here we have the deluxe pizza. So deluxe pizza simply inherits from the pizza class. Okay, and then what we have to do is, as we instantiate our deluxe pizza, what we have to do is, as it got instantiated, at very same time we have to call these two methods as well. So we are not giving user to the freedom ki either you want to add these cheese or toppings or not. If you're ordering a deluxe pizza, then by default it will be there in your pizza. So this is what we have to do. And then adding the takeaway options is same in the deluxe pizza as well. So this is the sort of proposed solution for this problem statement. And I know this is not the best solution for this problem, and anyone who is kind of expert in object-oriented programming and Java, then you must know that this video is targeted for the beginner. I know there is a way better solution than what we are discussing here, but just for the sake of understanding the basics, I am creating this video. So yeah, this is the video. Now let's see how we are going to actually develop this application. So let's start with creating new project. Here I'm using IntelliJ IDEA as an IDE. So simply press on this new project, and now name of your project. So I'll simply call pizza bill generator, and yeah, let's simply press on this create button. So here we have here is the project created for us with sample hello world print statement. So simply remove it. Now, as we discussed our solution, the first thing that we have to do is we have to create the pizza class. So you simply go to the sources here, src, right click on it, go to new and select Java class. Now name of the class, I'll call it pizza. So here we have, this is our pizza class. Now this class, first of all, will have two components or variable, that is, first of all, the base price of the pizza, or simply price. So private string price. Okay, and the other thing that we have here is either it is veg or non-veg. So it is basically a boolean value, and let's just go with veg. So if this value is true, that means the pizza is veg, else if the value is false, that means we got a non-veg pizza. So that's why I have a boolean here. Now let's just have a constructor. So in order to have constructor, you can simply press on the right click and generate. Here at the top we have the option for constructor. So we don't need both of them. I'll just go with boolean. I just need this boolean value in our constructor. So here what we have is, while instantiating this pizza, we just have to pass that either the pizza is veg or non-veg, because the price of our pizza is already fixed for this variant, right? So we don't need to have that in our constructor. But the thing is, the price of the pizza changes depending upon this boolean value, whether it is veg or non-veg. So if this dot veg, that means the selected pizza is veg, in that case we'll set the price to 300 as we have discussed. Okay, it is not price, this dot price. Okay, why it is showing error, and the reason is, okay, this needs to be an integer, not string. So if this dot veg is true, in that case our price is 300, else this dot price will set it to 400. That means we have a non-veg pizza. So this is the thing about constructor. So let's just simply have one method called get price of the pizza, and we'll simply print the price of the pizza just to see if this thing is working or not. So here we have public void, we don't need any return type. So get pizza price, and what it will do, it will simply return the price of the pizza. So this dot price, that's it. Now just go to the main here, and we have to create the instance of our pizza class. So pizza, let's call it base pizza is equals to new pizza, and here in the constructor parameter we have to pass that whether it is veg or non-veg. So let's select true. That means okay, we got the veg pizza. So veg pizza dot get price. Now let's run this and see what is the value that we are getting. What we are expecting here, we are expecting 300, because when we got the veg pizza the price is 300. Now let's print this. Okay, here we got 300, which is the price of the pizza. Now let's make it false. That means we got a non-veg one, and we got 400. So yes, this thing is working totally fine. So let's just create some space, and now let's remove this function because this is not the part of our project. We just have that to, understanding purpose. Now let's talk about the add-ons. So we basically had 3 add-ons for the cheese, for the toppings, and then we had the option of takeaway. So takeaway is not the add-on. So we had just 2 add-ons and one option, either takeaway or dine in. So let's create those methods. Public void, and the first method is add extra cheese. This is one of the method for add-ons, and then another method, you got public void add, okay, does void extra toppings, right? And then public void takeaway. And then the final method that we need here is get bill. So whenever we call get bill method, we'll have the bill of our pizza. So public void get bill. Okay, so here we have our method. Now what we want to do when this add extra cheese method is called, first of all let's simply print that extra cheese added, and then if the extra cheese is added, then that means we have to increase the price of the pizza by 100 rupees, right? That's the the motive of having extra cheese. So this dot price plus equals 100 rupees. So okay, instead of adding 100, let's create a variable over here, private int extra cheese price, and let's set it to 100. Similarly, we have private int extra toppings added. For this also let's set the price for this as 150, which is for extra toppings, and then we have the price of the backpack, which is the case in takeaway. So private int backpack, this is equals to just 20 rupees. Now back to our method add extra cheese. Now instead of having that hard-coded 100, let's extra cheese price, and the same with the case for add extra topping. So let's simply have a print statement here, extra toppings added, and then we'll increase the price. So this dot price plus equal extra toppings. Okay, it is extra toppings price, not extra toppings added. Okay, price. Again, same thing for takeaway. So I can simply copy this and paste it here. So here we can say take away opted, and then price of this pizza will be increased by 20 rupees, which is backpack price. So let's simply call backpack price. And when we get the bill, so let's simply just print the total price of the pizza, not the individual prices of each add-ons and the pizza. Let's simply print the whole price of the pizza, so which is this dot price. Now go to the main method and let's remove this first of all. Here we have our base pizza. Now let's add few add-ons here. So base pizza dot, first of all let's just go with, you want to add extra toppings, so let's call this method. And then you want to also add extra cheese, so base pizza dot add extra cheese again. And then we have base pizza dot takeaway, you opted for the takeaway. Now finally let's get the bill. Now let's run this application, and what is the expected first of all price of the pizza? So let's see what is the expected. Now we got, okay, our pizza is non-veg because the boolean passed here is false. So base price of the non-veg pizza is 400 and we opted for all add-ons and takeaway. So 400 plus 100, we got 500 plus 150, which is 650. Then we again add 20 rupees. So we expected 670 rupees as the price of the pizza. So let's get the bill and now run our application. Okay, we got 670 rupees, and before that we had extra toppings added, extra cheese added, and takeaway opted. So let's remove this takeaway and let's see what is the price of our pizza. Okay, the price of the pizza is 650. Now let's remove extra cheese, we don't want extra cheese. Let's run this, and 550 is just the price of the pizza. So here is our application up and running, but let's just make our bill in more detailed way, that is it shows the bill of each and every add-ons. So first of all, whenever you are um, you know getting the bill, one thing for sure is you have to pay the price of the base pizza. So the first detailed bill that we have here is, it will say the base. Okay, let me show you how our bill will look like, where some brief idea. So base pizza, which will cost 300, and then toppings cost 150, cheese costing 100, and then takeaway costing 20. This is how we want it to be look like. So the first thing that we want to print is, we want to print the price of the base pizza. So let's simply have a print statement, and it will say pizza, and the price of the pizza is 300. Or since 300 is not always the case, because we can also opt for the non-veg one, so we have to make it like dynamic. So for that, what we can do is, let's create a variable here called private and base pizza price, base pizza price. And in the constructor, we'll set the base pizza price to whatever the price of the pizza is. So like this, if you opted for non-veg pizza, this base pizza price will be non-veg, and if you opted for the veg one, then this base pizza price is according to the veg one. So instead of writing here 200, let's just go with base pizza price. Okay, now this is for sure if you order add-ons or not, but what if you have ordered the pizza, then this one is for sure. Now we have to check that which of the add-ons is added to our pizza, right? So to keep track on that, what we have to do is, we have to create some sort of variable or a boolean value that keeps track that, okay, this add-on is added or not. So for that, let's have few boolean variables here. Private boolean and is extra cheese added. this is the first boolean value, and then another one is private boolean is extra toppings added, right? Then have another one. Let's just copy this and paste it. This one is called is opted for takeaway. Okay, so now as this method is called, which is add extra cheese, in that case we will set this value to true. So is extra cheese added, let's set it to true. Now one more thing that we can do is we can set the initial value to false for all of them. So let's set it to false. This also false here, false here as well. So initially it is all false, and for whenever this method is called add extra cheese, we set it to true. Same for add extra toppings, is extra toppings added, let's set it to true here. And is opted for takeaway, let's set it to true. Now if is extra cheese added is true, if extra cheese added is true, then we have to print this particular that extra cheese is also added. So let's have first of all string value here, which is bill, and initially let's just leave it empty, right? Now as let's here extra cheese is added, now we append the bill in this variable itself. So bill plus equal extra cheese added, extra cheese added, and now we have to set the price, that for what price this thing is added, which is extra cheese price. And let's just break the line here. So for line breaking, this is how we do. Okay, again if, okay, it is very we can copy and paste here. Now we'll see if extra toppings added. In that case we'll add this bill, we'll add few string to this bill variable, extra toppings added, and here we have the price, extra toppings price. Again we'll break the line. Same for is opted for takeaway, bill, something will be added to the bill, that is takeaway here, and takeaway. Okay, what's the price? Okay, here we have to add the price of the backpack, just like this. And then finally what we will do is we'll add the total price to this bill. So bill plus equals bill here, and then the price of the whole pizza, which is this dot price. And again let's change the line. Now simply we'll print our bill, this variable. So this is how we have our get bill method. Now let's try to run this and see if this thing is working or not. So here we have our pizza selected for non-veg, and we just opted for extra toppings. We don't need cheese and takeaway option. So let's just get the bill and run this and see what we have. Okay, so extra toppings added, we have price of the pizza, then again it is saying extra toppings added. So here are few repetitions that we can ignore. So let's go to the pizza class, and whenever we are calling these methods, let's remove the print statements. Okay, now I guess we are at good position to run our app. Now let's run it again. Okay, so this is the price of the pizza, which is 400 for the non-veg one, and then here we got extra toppings added for 150. So 400 plus 150, we got 550. This is fine. Now let's add extra cheese as well. Base pizza dot add extra cheese, and let's print this. Okay, we got 650 as our bill. So 400 is price of the base pizza, 100 rupees for cheese, 150 for toppings, and 650 is total. Let's go for the veg one. So here in the constructor parameter, let's pass through and run this. Okay, we got 300, 100, 150, 550. Let's also have base pizza dot takeaway and print this. Okay, so this thing is working fine. So we are done with creating our base pizza, and we have solved all the problems that we were intended to for this base pizza. Now our next task is to have another class called deluxe pizza, and it have few functionality that we have discussed. So let's just go to this src, right click on it, go to new and select Java class, and let's call it deluxe pizza. And as we have discussed, we need to extend this class from the pizza. So extends pizza. So okay, it will show error because we have to have some overridden constructor first of all. So click on this, and here we have the constructor from the pizza class. So we have the value for veg and non-veg here. Now what we have discussed is, as we instantiate our deluxe pizza, we have to have these add-ons, at that very point itself. We don't want to give freedom to the user to have those functionalities or not. It is by default added to the deluxe pizza, the cheese and the toppings. So in the constructor parameter itself, we can call those methods. So to call those methods, you simply do super dot add extra cheese. Okay, so we have it now, super dot add extra toppings. Just like this, in the constructor parameter is as constructor parameter itself, we have these two methods. So as you instantiate deluxe pizza, this two will be called at that very point. Now let's just go to the main file and let's try to instantiate the deluxe pizza. So commented this out. We have deluxe pizza, let's just call it DP, the short form, is equals to new deluxe pizza. And here in the constructor parameter, we have to pass that it is veg or non-veg. So yeah, let's just go with veg, and then dp dot get bill. Now let's just get the bill and see what we have here. Okay, so here is our bill. So pizza for 300. Since we are choosing for the deluxe one, so these cheese and toppings will be added itself. So 100, 150, and total we got 550. Okay, so this is working fine. Now what if we forcefully add extra toppings? So dp dot add extra cheese and extra toppings as well. dp dot add extra toppings. Now let's run this. Okay, so here you can see we got the total bill of 800. That means these two has added up to the price of the pizza. That thing we don't want. As we have discussed, we don't want to give functionality to the user, the freedom to the user to add extra cheese and pizza. So we have to disable these methods in deluxe pizza. So for that, what we can do is fix is very simple here. You simply override these methods. So you just press, you go to right click, go to generate here, and here we have overridden methods. So here are some overridden methods that we can opt for. So we need add extra cheese and add extra toppings. Okay, we also need we don't need takeaway. So add extra cheese and toppings, select this. Now just remove this super call here. So these are basically an empty methods here. Now back to the main, and now let's try to run this and see what we have here. Okay, so as you can see right now, we got 550 even after adding these extra cheese and extra toppings, because we have made these two methods empty or hollow. These methods won't perform anything for the deluxe pizza. So no matter how you add extra cheese or pizza, nothing will happen. So run this again, we got 550, and if you go for the non-veg one and run this, you have the price to be 650, but we do still have the freedom to the user to opt for takeaway or dine in. So dp dot take away and simply run this, and we got 670. So takeaway is working as intended. It is similar to what we have in pizza class, the same functionality. So this is how we have achieved, or how we have solved this problem. Okay, as I have mentioned that this is not the best solution for this problem, because this method, add extra toppings and add extra cheese, are still there. Ideally, if we follow the best practice, these methods shouldn't even be accessible to the deluxe pizza, but we still have it because this is not the tutorial for best software engineering practices. We were just trying to have some knowledge of object oriented programming. That's the motive of this video. So yeah, that's all about this video. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something for the video, then do hit the like button, and if you don't like this video, hit dislike. And yes, that's all about this video, and hope to see you in the next video.